Hey guys, it's Beth. Doing this a little bit different tonight. I'm actually using my laptop, which I've never used before. I've always used my cell phone, and that seems to take forever to get a video recorded because it keeps skipping and I don't like it. And so I'm trying my laptop out. Hopefully this will work a lot better. Uh, got a lot of exciting things going on, and things are getting ready to move really, really fast. It's been a little bit since I've talked to you guys, but things are definitely getting ready to take off and become a whirlwind for me. As of today, which is October 6th, and 2 weeks from surgery, 14 days. Um, this time in 2 weeks, I will be in my hospital room recovering from surgery. So it's very surreal. Still doesn't seem like it's happening, but obviously it is. But it's scary. Um, but there's just a lot of things going on. I have to start my pre-op diet on Tuesday. Today's a Friday, and I start on Tuesday for my pre-op diet. Luckily, my pre-op diet is only 10 days long. A lot of them that I see out there are like 14, sometimes more than that days long, and it's all liquid. And luckily, mine seems to be a lot more user friendly. I have options in mind to have fruit, and I have options in mind to have a little bit of deli meat. Um, I also have options. I can have as much broccoli, cauliflower, that type of stuff as I want. So I definitely have some wiggle room in mind, which I'm excited about because I don't like being hungry. My husband doesn't like me being hungry. And honestly, I was a little bit worried about the pre-op diet. I'm not as worried. I know it's going to be hard still, just because I'm not used to. I mean, cutting out carbs first off. I don't know if you've ever done it, but I've done that before, and those first 3 to 4 days are miserable. You are just exhausted. But I mean, I just don't feel like it's going to be as bad as what some other people have to do. I really am being blessed in this journey. So, um, I because I have the pre-op diet, that obviously means that I have my consult and my pre-op appointment with my doctor. I am doing this self-paid, and so I've been lucky enough for a fast track type program. I actually didn't even reach out to this particular um, center until after my 36th birthday when, I don't know, just life, I guess, made me a reality check on that during my birthday. But I really hadn't felt like I'd gotten anywhere, and it was time for a change. So, like I said, it's been a fast track since I didn't reach out to August. I've looked at many times at other places and just didn't have the financing. And in August, I just decided that somehow we had to make it work, and we have. I do feel a little selfish for that. There's quite a bit of money coming out for this, but um, you know, I feel like that money definitely could be used in other places. We still got work to do on our house, and Christmas is coming up with the kids, and obviously I'd rather spend money on the kids. I wish I didn't have to spend it to do this. I mean, I've done it to myself, but anyways, so I do feel a little bit selfish about it, but I just need to be selfish for just a little bit, and if they can bear with me, then that's a good thing. So, um, I'm glad that I haven't had to deal with insurance. It seems like a really sucky process sometimes. I've got a friend of mine that was supposed to have surgery October 17th, and we kind of were going to go on this journey together, but she's got insurance, and they denied her, and so that she's in the appeal process, and it's just a lot of hoops. And she's been doing this, I mean, already on this journey quite a bit longer than I have. I mean, as far as she did visits and stuff like that. um, so I definitely wouldn't want to deal with the insurance company. As much as it sucks coming out of pocket, I'm glad that this is how I've done it. Um, I did want to tell you guys about my support group going into the hospital in a couple weeks. I will have my husband there, obviously, and then my mother and my stepfather are coming in, and my father and my stepmother are coming in, and then my brother and his wife, and my mom's best friend is also coming. So I hope the hospital is ready for my entourage because I've got a large amount of people that are coming. Um, I hope they're ready because they're good. I got good support system. I'm very, very, very blessed with that. Um, I have noticed recently that I'm starting to become a little bit self-destructive. I do this when I get scared about something, I guess. And what I mean by that is just my thought processes on things. Like I said, I feel selfish about doing the surgery, and so uh, I just think negative things like maybe I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm 2 weeks out, so I mean, it's definitely going. It's just kind of a thought process that I go through and I hate and I have to try to ignore. I've got notes over here. That's what I keep looking at to try to stay on topic here, but I don't think I wrote them down. So I'm trying to follow them as much as possible. But um, during my consult, this is my next thing I'm going to do. During my consult, I absolutely love my surgeon. She is very down to earth, very easy to talk to. She answered any questions we had. Um, very, jokes, and I mean, it was nice to have someone that's kind of like sitting there talking to a friend about it, and you didn't feel uncomfortable talking to her, and she didn't feel like she was good or that she was even in a hurry. I mean, she sat there for quite a while and visited with us, so that was really nice, and I very much like her, and I even told my mom, I said, you're actually going to love the surgeon because she's a normal person. So that helps a lot. Um, that being said, one of the things that we talked about was what to expect afterwards. And I've done a lot of research prior to even going to the consult and then reading her. And one thing that I've learned and come to realize is that absolutely no two journeys are the same. My journey is not going to be the same as anybody else that has had this journey. Um, and your journey is not going to be the same as what my journey is. So just keep that in mind when you're watching me or any of the other videos, the YouTube videos, that as much as I can tell you what's going on with my journey, I can't tell you what your journey is going to be like. And that's kind of scary for me. That's probably what I'm most nervous about, is that I don't have a clue what the after of this is going to look like. Am I mentally going to be able to do this? Am I physically going to be able to do this? Am I going to be in a lot of pain? Am I going to be, am I going to have complications? Is it going to be perfectly easy? What's the saggy skin going to look like? How much hair am I going to lose from the, having surgery, and it's just a dramatic toll on your body. I don't know what my journey is going to look like, so I just have to follow it and trust that. Trust my journey. So just keep that in mind that this isn't going to be the same for everybody. Um, that being said, I have told everybody about my surgery. I did go Facebook and post it so all of my friends and family know that I'm having surgery. I had originally kept it to myself, and I was very self-conscious about telling people. I didn't want judgment, and I really didn't want people's opinions or trying to tell me that, what they think about it, because, people like to give opinions. It's natural, but I went Facebook with it after talking to my best friend. My best friend went to the consult with me, and so we got quite a long drive up there, and we visited about it. And I came to realize that I have far more supporters than I do haters. And I know that my haters are on here watching this right now, so first I want to say hi. But I also want to say hi to my supporters. Thank you guys for everything, because um, it definitely makes it easier. Uh, so that's why I came out with it on Facebook. Is I wanted to just get it out there. I was tired of having a secret. I was tired of people trying to keep a secret for me, because that, I think, was harder than anything. Is I would tell somebody and they had to kind of go out of their way not to tell people what was going on because it was my business. And so it's just out there. So I feel better about that. Everybody has to make their own decision on what they want to do about that, to come out with it or not to come out with it. My recommendation is, if you're not going to come out with it, keep it really tight. I mean, a few people you can tell, because once you start telling several people, then they have a secret, and that's really tough on them. Honestly, it wasn't really fair. So my decision was to come out with it. I respect anybody's decision, whatever that is. And I still feel kind of uncomfortable that I came out with it and that people now know. I don't know. I just kind of go back and forth with it. My decision was to tell. So do what you feel that you need to do. Another thing that has happened since I last talked to you guys was, when we last talked, I was doing the sleep study. And it was an at-home sleep study that I did for 2 nights at home. And then I had to send in some equipment, and then they ran, you know, they read it or whatever and came back. Came back that I do have definitely. Um, my oxygen level drops to 77% at night, and which is pretty low. And also, I have 19 apnea episodes per hour, which is where my, I guess it's your esophagus, maybe, whatever, breathe, it relaxes. And it relaxes too much. And so that's what causes the episode. So it kind of cuts off your airway, and it kind of causes the to come, like to breathe back. Or you'll hear with this morning where I apologize, that made me cough. But so I do that 19 times every hour. I'm really tired all the time, but I chalk that up to the fact that we're busy a lot. I'm a full-time student, plus I have 5 kids and all their activities, and I work full-time, and so very busy. So it wasn't surprising that I was tired, but I guess it was something else on top of it. That being said, the CPAP machine, it's the devil. I hate it. Everything about the machine, I have tried to like it. I've tried to get along with it. I hate that machine. I guess it's not necessarily the machine I hate. I hate the mask. Um, I wish I could get off of it. So let me tell you about my mask. The first mask that I got was it's the both full face masks. The first one I got goes over my face like this, and it goes underneath my nose, and then it seals right here. Well, it's got 2 nostril holes right here where you can breathe. So what was happening is when I was sleeping at night, the mask would move, and it would plug both of my nostril holes, so then I couldn't breathe. Well, that caused me to wake up, so I wasn't getting a lot of sleep. So I went and visited, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go in, and I was firm. I was going to go in, I'm going to get one that's just a nose mask, whatever, and didn't go in my mouth, and I thought I'd feel better. Once I got in there, the lady that I deal with is super nice. I really like her. She's one of those people that you can be friends with outside of work. I really like this lady. But once I went in there and I visited with her, she kind of convinced me that I should try another full face mask because I am a mouth breather. And so she visited with me, and we changed my mask to one that now goes all the way over my mouth and my nose, so that nothing's blocking right there. So I've got a full face mask like this. I will say that I do like it better. I've only had it for 2 nights now. The first night I was actually able to get a little over 7 hours of sleep with it. They were broken hours, so they broke in 2, and then I woke up, and then 5. What's happening is I'm taking the headgear off at night. I don't know how to stop myself from doing that because I don't realize that I'm doing it. I wake up and realize my headgear's off. So I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with that. I have to stay tuned on that because even with the new mask, last night I only got 2 hours because at some point, 2 hours after I fell asleep, I took the headgear off again and woke up and didn't realize I'd taken the headgear off. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do about that. Take the dang thing down, I guess. I don't know. It's a pretty full face headgear. I mean, it's not like it's easily slipped off, so I'm not sure how I'm doing it or what's going on, but that's a battle I'm going to have to deal with because I have to take it to the hospital with me and they want me on it. And I'm going to do everything. I mean, I definitely don't want to do anything that's going to hinder the service or the surgery. I will tell you that they monitor that machine. So it's not that I can just say that, yeah, I've been using it. They have Bluetooth access to it, and they get a recording of how I'm doing at night to see if it's better or not. So, it's not one of those things that I can just get away with, saying that I'm doing it. I just have to do it. And it's not that I can turn it on and just leave it. The suction on your face is monitored, so I mean, there is really no way to fake that you're using this thing. So I continue on using it, try it again tonight. It is ugly as sin. The only thing I can say, I mean, it's everything that you see on TV. It is this huge headgear thing, and it's hideous. But the only thing I can say about it is on TV, like on the sitcoms or whatever, that I don't know if anyone's ever seen Mike and Molly, but there's an episode where he's wearing this gear, and all you hear is you don't hear that. My husband can hear nothing. It is completely silent to him when that mask is on me. The suction's there, and he can't hear anything. Thank God, because I would have done throwing this thing out the window. Um, so, like I said, CPAP machine, it sucks. Um, it is something you have to do. Honestly, most people don't have an issue with it. I've got several friends that have had to use it, and they don't have an issue with it. It's just reality. I'm hoping that after a few more weeks, I'll be more comfortable with it and get used to it because right now it's miserable. Um, that's about all that I really wanted to talk about. This was a little bit longer than usual. Uh, one other thing that I did want to tell you guys about, though, I like to talk to myself at the end of these videos and, you know, visit with my future self. I was watching a video the other day, and it was Matthew McConaughey, and he was at some award ceremony, and he was doing his recognition to people. You know, I want to say he thanked his mom and his wife and maybe his dad, or I think he thanked his dad. But he also said that he wanted to thank his hero, and I was waiting for him to name somebody, you know, or someone that he grew up watching, or some movie star from the past, or some even religious figure or whatever. I don't know much about Matthew McConaughey, so I don't know what his beliefs are, but that's what I was waiting for. And he said his hero is his future self. And at first I thought, no, kind of get twisted. Pick yourself as your hero, but I get it. The more I think about it, it has really stuck with me, and I get it. Um, I didn't have a path 6 months ago. I was kind of just going through life, and I was going to school and stuff, but really didn't have much of a what am I going to do? And every year when my birthday would come around, for the past several years, nothing had changed. I just kept going through life. The only thing that changed, I was gaining weight most of the time. And I don't know, when I turned 36 this year, I realized I didn't have a path and I wanted something. Now, I will say that I have one more speech to do for my public speaking class, or public speaking class, sorry. Um, And once that's done, I have all of my credits for my associate's degree. That will be done here in just a couple of weeks, right before the surgery. I do the surgery. So a lot coming up. But 6 months ago, even though I was working towards that, I'm telling you, I didn't have a path. I didn't have any goals or places that I was going. I didn't feel like anything was changing. And, once I got out of high school, I became a mother very quickly, a wife very quickly after that. I had 3 kids. I love being a mom. Don't get me wrong. But it's absolutely my favorite thing in the world. Being a mom is what I was sent to do. That is what I was on this earth to do, to be a mom. I love my business. But I didn't have goals. And my oldest is 17 now, and she graduates in May. And I realized that, my youngest is 10. In 7 to 8 years, they're going to be grown up and have their own lives. And I'm still going to be around. And if I don't do anything now, I'm going to be completely unhealthy and have gotten nowhere and still have no path in life. Nothing will have changed. I'll still be the same, only older and possibly even bigger and more unhealthy. It was time to turn things around the right way. So my hero is my future self. I get that. I understand what Matthew is saying. My hero is the person that I'm going to be in a year. Because this is a great big step. This is huge. Deciding to do the surgery is life changing. It's going to change my relationship with my family, with my friends, with food. My relationship with food will be completely different. And I'm not used to that. I've always had a great relationship with food. We work well together, and I'm changing all that. I'm ending that. And, um, so this is a big step. And so my hero is the girl that did it. The girl that actually went through with it, and the girl that actually gave a care enough about herself and her family even to do it. I want a path, and now I have a path. So I'm having the surgery. I have my associate's degree. In the fall, I will start on my bachelor's degree. And someday, in the near future than what I planned, I didn't have a plan. So, now I have one. It might be a little ways off, but someday I'm going to be who I feel like I am. Who I was meant to be. Not just a mother, you know, not that there's anything wrong with that, because I love them all. But at some point, those babies aren't going to need me anymore. I'm never going to need me. I still need my mom, and my mom's going to get my surgery, and, I couldn't imagine her not being there. But they're not going to need me the way they need me. And I'm going to be left with myself. And so, the future self, yeah, you did it. I'm going to go ahead and get off here because I'm starting to history and I'm going to do that. To all of you out there getting ready to start this, or all of you that are on this, or all of you that have already been through this, just continue to journey onward. Bye, guys.